Good morning, traders, and God bless. I am Ricky Gaspard, your host for this pre-market session. And each morning we watch these five scans. There's four here and one over here. When we see a stock pop up, we come over and check the current bar volume. We want high volume flow in here. It's not a specific number. You just want to see a battle going on. You don't want to see any pauses or anything like that. We want to see high traffic flow. Once we confirm the volume, that means it's safe to get in and get out, or easier to get in and get out, I should say. And then we want to come over and confirm that these dominator master bars are green and breaking above this yellow average volume line like you see now. You also want to see the My Blessing indicator green and pointing north as well, and the money flow pointing due north also. You'll see this bubble pop up here. This is the percent of buyers and sellers in this current candle. You can see they just dominated it by selling. And up here, you'll see a 1 minute, 5 minute, and 15-minute chart label. We want to see all of these green. I know it sounds a little complicated, but if you watch when a stock is running, you can just look up here and see that everything is green. It's really not that hard to do. And if you are a new trader, I highly suggest you watch these live streams over and over and over. Don't use real money to trade. Get a pen and a paper out. Write down your entry, your exit, and your results. If you continue to be profitable on paper, then change over to real money, but trade small share size. Anywhere between 1 and 10 shares should do it for you. If you remain profitable with real money, the only thing you need to do to increase your profit is increase your share size. Also, I am not a financial advisor. Make sure you reach out to the proper authorities before you use any of my suggestions or any of my indicators. I'm a guy just like you, except I know a little bit more about coding that helps us all out. So make sure you reach out to the proper authorities. You could lose some or all of your money. And also make sure in your active trader that your TIF is on EXT for extended hours, and that you are using the buy the ask and sell the bid buttons. They are limit orders, and that's the only way you're going to get a trade in. Or you can use the price ladder by holding down control and clicking in the price ladder. Seen a couple of stocks popping up this morning. This one is one of them. The other one was BAOS, which is right down here. Don't know how either one's going to perform this morning, but we'll see how it goes at the top of the hour. We have about 2 minutes to go. Enjoy your coffee until then. About a minute to go yet. Looks like it might be NCEW that's going to take off at the top of the hour. We got about 8 seconds to go. Let's see what happens here. Watching those lower indicators, we want them all green. That one's not looking too healthy. Neither is that one. I guess BAOS disappeared. Let me type it in just to make sure we don't miss it. Looks like they're headed the wrong direction this morning. NCEW bouncing around. It looks like it's the healthiest one, but I'm not liking the tall wick on the previous candle. Looks like a few people buying it. Doesn't look like a strong run at all. And backwards it goes. MCTR popping up here, 41.94. It's a higher price stock. That's a good price range to trade if it'll run. Small share size will make you some money if it continues. Looks like we're developing a tall wick on the top of this candle. The lower indicators are red. 2 of them are. Watching those lower indicators, if they all turn green, it may reverse and start headed upwards. Yeah, keep an eye on the spread. It's up at 50 cents and higher at times. It's like they already want to ruin the party, right? Jack the spread up, keep them out of it. Not seeing anything at the moment. Looks like a few buyers may be coming into MCTR, but watch the spread on it. It's at 72 cents, a dollar something now. Might be wise to stay away. In CEW, it did move up a little bit for about 5 cents or 6 cents. Now the buyers are coming in to push it. But Jika, you got out. It shot up. All right, more buyers coming in. Lots of tall green indicators at the bottom. All green label occasionally. That 1 minute just went gray. Pushing up higher now, $1.98. Immediately taking profits on these spikes. You should be doing the same thing. Good job, Greg B. A spike up to 205. Must be a lot of sellers sitting up there. So be careful. It pulls back as soon as it spikes. Developing some tall wicks on the top. Those are sellers driving the price back down. Good job, Majika, 240. Greg B, 140. David, 33. Cat Deploy, $12. Good job, Cat Deploy. Peter, 101. JC, 230. Where's my YouTubers this morning? Good morning, YouTubers. You should have been in on that one. $50 for Night over on YouTube. Thank you, Night. Robert over on YouTube, SMCTR, it looks like he played for 125.10. Good job. SC Jim, $65 on 500 shares. Good job, Metronome. Good job, Barry C on $65. Joe T, is that $1? If it is, good trade, Joe T, because you beat me. I didn't even get in it. Never be ashamed of what you earn. I don't care if it's a penny. You did good because you were green. Stack and Loot, 501. That's $5.01. Junket, $27.60. You got to remember about 90% of the people can't even get green. So you got to pat yourself on the back if you stay green. That's right, Ghost Win. 0 is good because you didn't lose nothing. Les P, $16.04. Good job, Les. And CEW pulling down now. All the indicators down below are red and switching back and forth, but mostly red. All right, waiting on number 2. General, it's in the process of being updated. We got about a week to go yet, maybe a little bit longer, but not too much more. I don't think it's going to be over 2 weeks. We're trying to get everything tied in together to the server. We do sometimes ghost win. A lot of the traders like to trade them over on the trading floor. Not seeing anything at the moment. Good job, Jimmy. Well, we're back to waiting. Last sip of warm coffee. It's not hot anymore. Good job, Elmira. BAOS, Jimmy tells me, may be picking up. Thank you, Jimmy. Doesn't look like it has the rush of volume to make me click the mouse, but we'll keep an eye on it. Good job, Greg B. $32 on BAOS. Pop on STSS. Let's see what's happening over there. It's flying already. I'm not going to chase it at this point, but I probably should. But is it worth the loss? No. Watching those lower indicators, they couldn't be any further north than they are right now. Let's see if they attract other buyers. It may push up from here, but don't buy it because I said that. I could be wrong. It is breaking out, though. 766 on that spike. Remember to get out on the spikes because it may spike down. This type of trading, it's good to sell on the way up so you're not battling everybody trying to get out. That way you don't get skipped over. Got to watch the spread down there, too. They are working the spread. Here's the spread label right here. If it's red, use caution. Starting to develop wicks on the top. It's going to take a lot of buyers to push through them, but we've seen it done. Lower indicators are still north, but the label is gray. This label. Good job, Barry C. on the old person Twitch. I have those myself. Accidental clicks sometimes can make you money. Junk at 28.04 and he's out. $8 Ohio Dave. Now that everybody's getting out, I probably should get in because it'll probably spike up. Gary, 670. Good job, Gary. BBG lost $7. Good control there, BBG, on cutting the loss short. Robert, 305. Good job, Robert. Autumn Rain, 375. Good job, Autumn Rain. And Andy, 1160. JC, $3. Good job, JC. YouTube, 29 cents a share. Good job, YouTube. Develop 3, 20 cents a share. Good job, Develop 3. Mac, minus 41 cents a share. Hopefully you wasn't in too heavy on that one. Good job, Mac, on controlling the loss. Lower indicators not looking too good on STSS. Might get a bounce to the up to go retest the high, but don't count on it. We need a taller green bar right here for that to happen. We need an attack, something to really drive it up. This indicator needs to turn around. The labels are flashing gray and green and red, so kind of iffy there. Money flow now pointing south. Naranjan, look in your quantity and see how many you have left. Well, not in your quantity, but down there just below the buttons, you'll see how many shares you're still holding. You got to type that into the quantity to get out. Good job, Greg B. $92 on STSS. Rebel Sheet, go back to paper. That's the best thing to do. Start writing them down where you would enter and where you would exit. Stay on paper for a week or so. Not seeing anything at the moment. BON, Gary says short-lived. I decided to pull it up anyway. Thank you, Gary. Let's see if we can get something out of it. It's not looking too healthy right now, just like you said. Vaughn is right here in Magic Scan. If you haven't been watching it, it's right here. Always click down this list if we're not trading anything. There may be something setting up, getting ready to pop. Lower indicators are green, but the labels are still gray. Good job, Rob, on controlling the loss. Little spike up there from Bond, but immediately back down. A lot of sellers on the upper side of this stock, so be aware of that. Long wicks on the top are never good news. Good job, Robert. Nice trade. You must have had really quick fingers. Looks like Bond is headed south now. Good job if you made a little bit of money on it. STSS trying to go up to retest the high of 766. Don't know if it'll make it there or not. Milo says CXM. CXM, the volume seems to be stopped. Might have been a one-time purchase. Good job, Rob. 250 on STSS. Chad Smith, do you have your volume down to 50,000? You have to have the volume extremely low in pre-market. Minimum 50K. I'd never put anything in the max. If the buyers keep plugging away at STSS, we could see a breakout here. They could soon buy up all of those sellers, and that's what looks like it's happening to me. 750 currently, retesting the high. We need to break. We need to push that red line up for that breakthrough to happen. There we go. Let's see if they can keep pushing now. We made it through all the sellers. Now we just need some participants, some buyers. Don't know if they will come or not. Watching that dominator bar down at the bottom, it needs to grow tall and green and above that yellow line. All indicators need to turn green. Good job, Ronnie, $18. Pushing that red line up just a little bit more to 785. Need to attract some buyers here to keep this momentum going. Indicators down below are looking a little weak. A few more buyers coming in, but not enough to keep pushing. There we go with a little bit more, 790. Just doesn't have enough traffic. Good job, you four. Good job, Greg B. Good job, TJ. You guys are taking advantage of these little moves. Junket gets $60 total on it. Good job, Junket. GK, $12. Good job. Good job, Greg B. Done for today. A total of 337 for this morning in 38 minutes, Greg B. That's how fast it can happen. Good job trading, brother. Gary, 1310 on, that's $1,310 on STSS. Greg B., thank you for putting in the time and being a part of this community. You are living proof that the longer you stick with it, the better you get. Tam Panda, I don't control the ads. If you want to get rid of them, you have to join us as a premium member and come over to Discord, where I do have some control. Free is free. You know what they do to us. Free is not really free. It's advertisement. Nothing's ever free. Nothing good, anyway. Me too, Greg B. I just don't show it. We're not here for me. We're here for you guys. Thank you, Gary, for the kind compliment. You are welcome, Robert. We do have some fantastic traders here. Good people outside of trading. A lot of helpful people. A lot of professionals. Well, good morning, Amadeus. Hope you feeling better these days. Watching the stock board, I'm not seeing anything. I'm running lots of scans this morning. 17 scans total. Most of them are blank. NCEW is not here. It's already had the run it's going to make. This may just be a bounce. A little bit slower this morning. I'm not used to this. Where's all that action? Get my adrenaline going. Good morning, Trading's Vivid. Thank you for joining us. Almost all blank. We only have one scan with something in it. Good job, Ohio Dave. I'll take a look at bond. There's nothing else moving. If anybody sees anything, let me know. Little bounce here on bond. Bond did pop up in my other scans. NCEW slowly making its way upwards. It may stop around that yellow line, though, for about a dime profit. Don't have a whole bunch of buyers on board. Those dominator bars are mighty short, and the last one is half red. Talking about this bar right here. BON still looking north, but not a whole bunch of buyers on board. Thank you, Sanchez, for pointing that out, bringing it to my attention. Volume is so low, I don't think I would trade it even if it took off unless that volume really came up. There it comes. Getting a little flow there. Pushing up slowly. Maybe a retest of the red line before it pulls back. Got a couple of green dominator bars. I'm hoping this one goes taller than the previous. There we go. Let's get up there. Need a green bar to follow that last one. Few profit takers on board. Money flow is red. A red dominator bar, but short. Maybe the buyers will step in and keep pushing, and they do. Let's go. There we go. 235 now. I'm getting out right here. I've had enough of it. Took too long to get there. I got 20 cents on 1,000 shares, $200. Thank you, Sanchez. You see how good that works? You made me some money. Probably, hopefully, made yourself some money. 240 on the high. $244. The buyers are starting to get attracted to it. But the rest of them are ready to sell. They're in profit. Good job, Majika, Rob, Cat Deploy. Cat Deploy $15, Rob 20, Majika 200, Cat's in 156. Rosebud $400, Joe T 375, Barry C 22. It's Joe 9 cents a share. Good job, Joe. SC Jim $30. Gary $40, got in late, but $40 is $40. BBG $2.80, TJ 70 cents. Robert over on YouTube $8. King Amazing 41 cents a share. Metronome 40 cents on 10 shares. Good job, Metronome. TJ 70. Peter $30. Sanchez 23 cents on that one. Good job, Sanchez. Going to take a shot at your name, Taha Almud. Hopefully I got it right. $36.16. Well, that's a miracle that I got his name right. Waiting on that next one. Looks like time has expired on YouTube. I'm going to pull you through the top of the hour. I'll give it 5 minutes after. Then I got to cut you guys loose. BON. There's a little breakout. They aren't done with it yet. These are latecomers now. This run may not be too powerful, so be very careful here. You don't want to give it back. Nice tall green bar. That My Blessing indicator is still red. My Blessing did turn around for the push upwards, 253 on that little spike. Let's see if more buyers come in. Looking for that green bar to grow above that yellow line right here. We want to see a strong push. There we go. We're getting up there a little bit more. More buyers coming in. All the indicators are green. That 1 minute is hanging up here on the label right here. But it is moving. I did not double dip this one, so I'm not worried about this trade, but some of you got some money out of it. Good job, YouTube. Mojave Trader, total of $2,467 on BON. Good job, Mojave Trader. Pro Dollar, 24 cents on bond. Good job, Pro Dollar. Seeing a lot of red in the indicators now. They must be done with this one. Ohio Dave, $1.44 on bond. Good job, Ohio Dave. Ghost Wind, 60 on the double dip. Minus 10 for the first dip. I guess that equals 50. Good job. Mac, 3 cents a share on bond. Junket, $12.01. All is quiet on the home front at the moment. All right, about 20 seconds to go before the top of the hour. Bond is already pushing higher for that top of the hour. Let's see if it'll run. We'll stay on it for a minute. Here we go. Still waiting on the scans to trigger. See you later, Ohio Dave. You have a blessed one, brother. Not seeing anything at the moment. B-Hat. Looking up from the bottom, very cheap stock, $1.92, but not moving. BLNE. Pulling down now. That's a choppy chart. Be a hard one to trade. Small caps been in play for months. I'm waiting on mid caps to come into play. That's where I like to play around. Yeah, I'm watching VCIG. I'm not seeing much out of it, though. I got it on another chart, but thank you for calling it out, Bo. I actually thought it was going to run earlier, but it never did get off the ground. UAVS volume is not flowing like we need it to flow, but is bouncing around a bit. MCTR pushing higher. Watch the spread. Red label spread. All right, YouTubers, got to let you go. Got things to do on the premium side. Thank you for joining me this morning. If you're interested in upgrading at $79 a month, you get lots of scans, 60 to 70, maybe 80. You also get lots of indicators, probably 40 plus. You get me trading 4 hours a morning. I usually trade till about 9:30. Also, make sure that if you sign up, you click the label up at the top of the chat up there, that yellow and white one, but only sign up for 30 days because we are fixing to move over to the website. But if you just can't wait, click the label, go to Discord, then click the Upgrade Now channel, and it'll instruct you on how to upgrade a month at a time. But thank you for joining me this morning. I hope you enjoyed this morning's section, made a little bit of money, learned a little bit more. And as always, I'll be back on Friday for that next free hour. Thank you for joining me this morning, and God bless.